Welcome back. Members of the National Dialogue Committee are tonight yet to agree on proposals aimed at lowering the high cost of living in the country. This despite the members spending all day behind closed doors on Wednesday, together with Treasury Cabinet Secretary Professor Njuguna Ndung'u, who had been invited to help the committee crack the cost of living nut. But as KTN's political affairs reporter David Mudoka reports, the committee has assured Kenyans that it will reach a consensus and have a joint report ready on Saturday, just a day before Sunday's deadline.
After failing to agree on proposals to lower the high cost of living in the country last week, members of the National Dialogue Committee on Wednesday returned to the negotiating table to give the talks between the government and the opposition another shot. This time, the members invited Treasury Cabinet Secretary Professor Njuguna Ndung'u to help them establish a middle ground. The Treasury Cabinet Secretary arrived at midday and spent almost 3 hours behind closed doors with the National Dialogue Committee. According to the committee's co-chairs, Professor Ndung'u's presentation centered on which taxes the government can do away with or reduce in an attempt to lower the skyrocketing cost of living.
We had a very candid, and that's why we sought to have a closed-door meeting with him, because we wanted a very candid engagement of a situational analysis of the state of the economy and what is possible now in the medium term and in the long term.
Just to affirm that our engagement with Professor Ndung'u was centered on the taxation regime, as Kimani Ichung'wa has just said, and of course the very important matter of cost of living.
The committee failed to reveal whether the 16% VAT on fuel and the 1.5% housing levy were among taxes that featured in the discussions after the opposition last week proposed that the two levies should be first on the chopping block. It appears, though, that the opposition is still adamant on the two levies after co-chair Kalonzo Musyoka said that there is still much left to discuss even after their meeting with Ndung'u to find a common ground.
The issues are heavy. And because they're heavy, they may look a little heavy on our faces. But we're doing everything we can.
In fact, if you look at the documents we are like halfway.
Kuna yale ambayo tutasikilizana. Yeah, kuna yale ambayo pengine tutasikilizana, and we'll tell it to you.
Ishung'wa assured Kenyans who hope the report will address the cost of living and specifically taxation of a positive outcome.
We shall be here together with our technical and secretariat teams up to Saturday, and we can announce to the country that we shall be able to have a report adopted and given to the country, released to the country on Saturday.
This now gives the committee just less than 48 hours to agree on the cost of living issue and draft a joint report that will be presented to Kenyans. David Mudoka, KTN News, Nairobi.
Away from that, the government has officially launched